In these next 3 episodes, we're going to be talking with Donna Baker about fear. I am so glad you came back for our 3rd installment on dealing with fears. And we've been having a great time with Donna Baker, intercessor, minister, radio host, gal pal, and instructor. And so we want to talk today. We talked about identifying fears in the first episode. We talked about confronting fears, confronting the bully in the 2nd episode. And today we're going to talk about embracing what comes after the fear. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Thank you for coming back.
Well, I am just being enlightened as I go.
All right. So we're talking about embracing what comes after the fear. Because a lot of times once all of the fear is gone and it's kind of been a smoke signal, we realize that there is somebody with low self-esteem hiding behind all of that fear. What part does that play into fear?
Well, it's a really big part, because if you don't continue to build yourself up, if you don't continue to walk in the courage and the boldness, let the insecurities go, then it will come back on you, and it'll be worse probably than it was even before. So I would say that the part is that you've got to continue to nourish anything inside of yourself that will make you diminish yourself.
So you nourish anything in you that will, you said, that will make you diminish yourself. So those are the things that we want to confront.
Yes.
Yes, if it makes you diminish. Not saying that you're going to get high and puffed up or any of that, but we're going to have a healthy sense of who we are.
A healthy sense of who we are, what our purpose is, what we're called to do, so that our identity comes from a higher source, a vertical source, as opposed to a horizontal source.
Well, one of the ways you can nurture something that keeps you from diminishing yourself and giving you a healthy esteem is to keep following Sepia Prime Woman.
Yes.
Because we're going to keep doing programming in our radio and our magazines and here that will help you to be all that you can be in order to make your bold move. So now, once the fear is gone and we find this person with the esteem, we're going to keep doing things. We're going to keep affirming who we are so that we understand our worth. But what do you know about a new start? How do you start something new?
Well, of course, it's stepping out. It's a faith move. It's a bold faith move. And you know, we operate in faith every day, one way or the other, even when we don't even know we're operating in faith. So you take inventory of what's inside of you, things that you want to do, that you probably said, you know, if I ever get past this, I'd like to do that. And then each thing that you get past, just move forward, stay in motion. You talked about momentum, and how momentum is lost is when you stand still, because after a while you start going back. So you got to stay in motion. You got to keep activated inside of you this courage. You got to keep activated the strength that you receive, because it's empowering. It's really empowering when we do something that we thought we couldn't do, that we bought the lie that we couldn't do. Because we buy a lot of lies that are given to us by society. You know, we inherit the lies of our mother's past, grandmother's past, you know, the bullying from the classmates. And so now we get an opportunity to establish a perimeter for ourselves.
A perimeter. This is my line in the sand.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I wanna ask you something a little personal that we didn't talk about. Tell me, One of the boldest thing you've ever done. I remember when you went overseas. You went to Israel.
That was a bold thing.
Okay, tell me what you did when you got to the Red Sea, to the Sea of the...
Oh, that was wonderful. The deep sea where I'm not a swimmer.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay.
That's going to be one of my bold moves. I'm going to learn to swim. But they explained to us that nobody could drown in this sea.
Okay.
It was because of the location of it, that all you had to do was just walk out there. Everything floats to the top.
Oh, that's the sea with the salt.
Yes.
The Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea. And that's where people buy all of the, take the salt for their body and everything. And you know what? I just decided, either today's going to be my day to drown, or I'm going to risk seeing if this is true. And I literally walked out to the point and just laid out on it and began to float atop. And it was the most freeing feeling that I have ever had. It was more freedom than when I followed the leading to retire early. It was more freeing when I decided I don't have to live my life in a horrible marriage. After 21 years, I can walk free. I mean, it was so much freedom. I could have laid there and floated for days.
Oh my. So you didn't have any trepidation when they said, nothing dies. If you don't believe us, try it. You just went and did that.
Yes, because other things had built me up to that point.
Okay.
See, each thing that you do gives you a little bit more courage. That's why once you do something, you got to keep the momentum going.
Okay.
You got to keep doing things. And that was just, camera, I can look you in the face and tell you that that was one of the most liberating experiences that I've ever had.
And you just floated. So now we want to remember this, because we have to keep the momentum doing. And you just said something key. Once you do a courageous thing, don't rest on your laurels. You got to do something else. And I thought about that incident with the Red Sea, because in my mind, when you were telling me about that, I could see you laying there floating and smiling. But you said that there were some things that had happened that had built you up to that point. So if we're confronting a fear and you're starting with a small one, don't stop after you've overcome that one. Keep the momentum going.
Yes.
In closing, is there anything you would like to add or say? Please, we want to hear your wisdom about how to grow and embrace what comes after the fear.
Well, I do want to say that fear is a spirit. And like spirits, they look for places to reside. Make a decision, make a confession that you will no longer receive and embrace the spirit of fear, because you love yourself, you know God loves you, and I'm sure there's other people around you that you can attest to that love you, and allow that love to drive out that spirit of fear and walk in courageous boldness, one step, one day at a time.
Thank you so much. We have been here with Donna Baker talking on the subject of fear. And I do want to remind you of a favorite verse. Perfect love, like you said, casts out all fear. So let those who love you continue to affirm you, but there is a perfect love that will cast out every fear if you allow it to. Have a great day. This is Michelle Aiken of Sepia Prime Woman. We've been here with Primetime Makeover, and we are still encouraging you to make a bold move. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.